everyone. Peter Obi says Nigeria must urgently reform electoral system to restore public trust. This is a very major cross in our country, honestly, because of all the things that are happening in Nigeria, the greatest crime there is this whole lack of electoral credibility, where people's mandate are stolen. If people are allowed to vote whoever it is that they want to vote, it doesn't matter who that person, whether the person is the best or the person is the worst, as long as it's the people's choice. And the person has only 4 years. He will come back again and come and meet the people. And it's not left for the people to decide whether they want to re-elect that person or kick that person out. And it should be open. That's what democracy is all about. A situation whereby people's votes are not allowed, people's mandates are stolen from them, people are killed, maimed for election, violence is brought in. It should be a no-no, you understand? It's actually for me, it's the biggest crime, there is in Nigeria. Peter Obi, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, has called for urgent reform in Nigeria's electoral system to restore public trust and ensure credible democracy. Speaking about his recent visit to Indonesia, Obi highlighted the weaknesses in Nigeria's electoral institutions, which he said have led to compromised election and eroded public confidence in governance. He stressed that democracy and good governance cannot thrive in a system where electoral integrity is constantly undermined. Obi shared insights from his discussion with Bernard Dermawan Sutrino, chairman of Indonesia's General Elections Commission, KPU, describing the country's electoral process as a model of transparency and efficiency. He noted that Indonesia consistently records over 70% voter turnout, with the 2024 election reaching 81%, while Nigeria, despite having 94 million registered voters, recorded less than 25% turnout due to widespread distrust and the system. For me, let me just talk about this a little bit. Apart from the fact that people don't trust the system, it's also the fact that this registered, are we sure this number is actually the number? There should be a cleanup of the electoral register. We should get to a place where we know who are the actual people. There should be a verification system going on, because we had a situation, a time where parties will just register people anyhow because they needed those numbers, so that when they show up the numbers and they will just be completing, they can put in anything. And in all of this, we've never gone to really done a verification of the registered voter to actually check that these people are there. I think there needs to be a verification system for us to actually know that these voters are voters, and clean up of the voters register where you have double, triple, multiple registration of one person. Those are things that really, should be taken out. Obi emphasized the importance of strong electoral institutions, strict candidate qualification criteria, and transparent vote counting to build public confidence. He further pointed out that Indonesia's electoral system ensures accountability by requiring presidential candidates to provide verifiable academic records and secure endorsements from at least 25% of National Assembly members or 20% of votes from the previous election. Okay, and secure endorsements. Wow, that's major. Additionally, vote counting is conducted publicly at polling units, and electoral disputes are swiftly resolved. The country also operates a proportional representation system that prevents party defection, stabilizing political alliances and governance. Obi concluded that for Nigeria to achieve true democracy, it must prioritize electoral reforms, strengthen key institutions, and ensure an independent judiciary that enforces electoral laws without bias. He warned that without these changes, elections in Nigeria will remain mere formalities without legitimacy, perpetuating bad governance. He urged political leaders to embrace reforms that would restore public trust in the democratic process and ensure fair and credible election. You know, as I was just reading this, I just laughed because I saw someone who was insulting Mr. Peter Obi, and he was saying that, oh, Mr. Peter Obi is busy in Indonesia learning science instead of him to come here and do grassroots politics. And I'm thinking, when it comes to real politics, within the last 4 years, it's Mr. Peter Obi that has really done this grassroots politics right before his election, before campaign, during campaign, after campaign. He never went away. Where other politicians would ordinarily have gone away, he hasn't, and he's been everywhere. And you also see a lot of people who talk about, oh, if you don't talk about electoral reform, you're just wasting your time. And here he is right now talking about this electoral reform, and yet he's still being insulted. That tells you, as someone who is in the public, the fact that you are breathing in oxygen, bringing out carbon dioxide, somebody is going to be angry and somebody is going to attack you and the choices that you've made. But what is most important is that just keep doing the right thing that you're doing, and just keep going on. Well, for this, there are a lot of people who had a lot of comments to make about this. I'll just go and read some of these comments. In the first place was someone who just tweeted another this thing of Mr. Peter Obi. He put another thing explaining in this visit that Mr. Peter Obi had done to Indonesia, is also a testament to his dedication to fostering global partnership and economic growth for Nigeria. By engaging with Indonesian leaders, he's exploring opportunities for cooperation, trade, and investment. The move demonstrates his commitment to creating a brighter future for Nigeria. Let's hope this visit yields result. However, we must continue to do everything possible to make sure we have a new Nigeria, which we all believe is possible with Peter Obi. So this is someone called Marlon Jabir putting this out there on his Twitter handle. Then this person, Grandmaster Zero, said, I and many Nigerians like me are quietly waiting and looking forward to this showdown in 2027. God keep us alive. I'll be putting everything I have and everything I am into the fight to elect you, Peter Obi, as the president in Nigeria. I will choose compassion, kindness, transparency, and love for the people of the country over government of rogues that we currently have. And then another one answering the Grandmaster. I say, Grandmaster, the focus should be getting well-meaning Nigerians to participate. I was speaking to someone who lives in Lagos and is of voting age. She told me only her dad has a voter's card out of 5 adults in the house. And on election day, the other 5 adults were begging the dad not to step up, but the man insisted. Imagine the same Lagos Obi won. Or imagine when these folk are, trooper. But just to say that this is what people do. They sit down at home every 4 years. They have opportunity of a miracle to make to getting people that will work for them and give them good governance. They throw it away and they spend the remaining part of those 4 years begging God to fix Nigeria for them, when God gave the opportunity to choose for people that will work for them and Nigeria. It's crazy. But hey, thank you so much for watching always. Bye.